This your boy G, and welcome to the first episode of Cut Different. I got my boy here.
The co-host, Mr. Has Almighty. You can follow me on Instagram. Has Almighty, Mr. Darby _ And we're here to cut different.
All right. And follow those hashtags. We got social media pages. Just look for hashtag Cut Different, or just type in Cut Different. You'll find us. So our first episode is a discussion about the documentary released about a month ago called Black Boys.
Oh, man. Dope.
What you think about it?
Dope, deep documentary, man. I mean, they couldn't have done it no better. I mean, they touch every topic, every perception, every point of view from the black man's perspective, everyday life. I mean, coming up from a child up into now. And, oh, my, it's deep, it's sad, it'll make you cry, it'll make you happy and proud to be a black man, first and foremost, definitely. Yeah. But, oh, man, I love it.
Like your boy said on Life, you can tell by the way I walk, I ain't from around here.
You can tell by the way I walk, I ain't from around her. Probably can't tell because I ain't walking nowhere. Shout out to Nelly. Yeah, but that documentary, man. Oh, man.
Some of the key things, like, I'm going to be all over the place when it comes to that documentary.
Yeah.
One of the things that kind of just stuck is when the bald-head dude was like, I forgot his name. I got to do better research.
No, that's all right. Hey,
but
man.
You know, the guy, he was like, he was talking about when we give them all the praises, you know, or they give them all the praises, and they the only ones out there, they making $20 million a year.
Right.
He said one thing that kind of just like floored me for a second. He said, but it's graveyards all around there.
Ooh, yup. He definitely said that. I remember that. What stuck to me was when they were saying how even as a black man and you're learning history, but when you're learning history, it's really not our history.
Right.
You're learning their history from their side.
Right.
And you're in the classroom and you're learning about, you know, these different people, the Christopher Columbuses and so forth, whatnot.
Mr. 1492.
Mr. 14. Yeah. Right. So you're reading about this, and as the black boy, because that's the name of it, Black Boys, right?
Yeah.
As a black boy in the classroom and as a white boy in the classroom, you're looking at that from two different perspectives, because when we're learning their history, we're looking at it through a window. But as they're watching it and learning their history, it's like they're looking at it like being in front of a mirror. So we're looking at it through a window. They're looking at it in a mirror because it's them that they're learning about. Yeah. And that was deep. I never thought about it that way. But, I mean, it was so much that you could learn from that documentary. I'm glad you put me onto that.
Yeah, they don't, I think about all my classes and the knowledge that they gave us in school about black history. Like it was always like 2 or 3. They handpicked.
Yeah, they picked
Martin Luther King, Harriet Tubman, which her name is Aramina Ross.
Oh, school them.
Yeah,
talk to them.
Look it up. Yeah. They used to call her Mina.
Mina, could she cook?
I heard she could.
I was just asking.
I talked to a few people back then. I called them.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I know people.
Ooh.
But,
don't give away too much now.
But, it was never the in-depth stuff. Like, you don't know about the fact that Dick Gregory was the first black man to actually run for president.
Right.
It was not Jesse Jackson. It was Dick Gregory.
Right.
Shirley Chisholm being the first woman to run for office. You know what I mean?
That's knowledge, and that's the stuff people need to know. They need to hear, because we don't get that.
Right.
We don't get that. We get that later on in life when we're out of school.
Yeah.
When we're out of school. This is when a lot of this stuff come up. And it's topics we're talking to older brothers that had knowledge and wisdom. And, I mean, you can learn from anybody. You can learn from a baby. But, definitely, too, and I don't mean to cut you off, another topic that was great from that documentary was how important we are.
Yeah.
Proud like you should be proud to be a black boy.
You got to instill that into each other, though.
You do, because
you have to let these black boys know how great they are, what their real possibilities are. Right. Not like they were saying remember on the Malcolm X movement.
Right, go ahead.
And they were saying when Malcolm was in class, like, what you want to be.
Right.
And she was like, the teacher was saying, nah, you can't be that because you're a nigger.
Right. Right.
So you got to think about carpentry work.
Right.
You got to think about blue collar work. You can't possibly think you're going to walk out of here. And this is 2020, and some black kids are learning this still today. That you could be a mechanic, but being a judge, being a district attorney,
reach for the stars.
Being a doctor,
reach for the stars.
Yeah,
because we got to get out of that whole mentality brainwash thing. Is we only can entertain them.
Right.
But I would rather a young black man.
What your chances are? I'm sorry to cut you off, but your chances of doing entertainment are slim to none.
Slim to none. You got a better chance hitting the lottery. They say, right?
Right. You do.
But you know what? I would rather me hear a young black man say, I like mechanics. I want to go and be a diesel mechanic and work on an 18-wheeler. Or as if...
From an entrepreneur standpoint.
Of course. As if I want to play ball, though. I want to be a rapper.
Yeah. You want to shuck and jive somewhere.
Right. So, yeah.
Because you want the millions.
That. Yeah,
That's what the jadedness of some of our ambitions are.
Right.
We want the bling bling. We want the spinning rims.
Right.
Do they still do spinning rims? I was actually in South Carolina about 2 years ago.
I ride spinners.
Brand new set of spinners.
Oh.
On somebody's car.
Was he counterclockwise or was he regular? How was he coming?
They weren't moving.
So they ain't spinners then?
They was spinners though.
Oh, they got the new joint where it stays still, but the rim turn as you drive. You ever seen that?
No.
Is that considered spinners?
If they spinning.
You just said they wasn't spinning.
No, they was spinners. They just weren't spinning when I looked at them.
Oh,
I knew they were spinners.
The nigga was sitting still.
They was shaking a little bit.
The nigga must have just parked and then was sitting still.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they was there.
Those were spinners.
Yeah, they were spinners. But you could tell by the blue tape and all that. Like,
right.
He just got those.
Oh man.
I didn't think nobody was really doing them still.
Hey, this generation, they remixing everything. They bringing everything back. Bell bottoms. The haircuts, they doing everything, man. The skinny jeans, they doing everything back. So maybe he just want to be the first one to jump the gun to bring the spinners back.
See, the thing about the men back in the day, they weren't wearing skinny jeans. Skinny jeans are for women. Right. We were wearing fitted jeans.
Fitted. I'm sorry.
Yeah, straight leg jeans.
Nigga, I ain't sorry.
Yeah. At all. We are unapologetically.
But yeah, they were fitted though, like Run DMC.
Cut different.
Because you seen them. Yeah, cut different. The cut different. Run DMC had the shell toe Adidas. Yeah. You seen it. Fat laces. Now you see shell toe Adidas without the fat laces. They bringing it back. We wore, I ain't gonna say we, because I got older uncles, fitted jeans. But now these dudes came with the fitted jeans, and then they switched it, and they said, you know what? We're gonna go skinny. Yeah. They stepped it up a notch.
Dressed like Mick Jagger and your mama. Mixed together like that, that's not masculine.
It's not.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. And when I say fitted jeans, they were just straight leg jeans.
They were straight leg. There wasn't a boot cut. There wasn't none of that.
No,
right.
Just
straight jeans. That fit well. Yeah. No sagging, because that generation did come, the sagging and all that. But we talking about, you ain't see Run DMC sagging. You seen them wearing their pants up.
Yeah, I still sag to this day.
Oh, but I'm just saying that you ever seen?
But it's a difference. Sagging is off your waist.
Right.
Off your ass is
that's two different. You got down to the kneecap. Yeah, they showing their whole drawers.
Yeah,
big, you can tell it.
And your drawers dirty.
How can you have on jeans, but you sagging? I could tell if you didn't lotion your thighs. Like, come on, man. The back of your thighs is ashy because you sagging them down here. Yeah. That's a different move. But
and not to get us wrong, fellas, the documentary wasn't too down black boys.
No,
we just got into a time capsule real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick. You'll see us do that.
Let's bring it back. Yeah,
you'll see us do that.
Right.
But as far as the documentary, it's for it's to enlighten America and the world.
It's inspirational.
I got a little bit of inspiration from it.
because
to do more, to reach back
and try to even right your wrongs for one, because we always can go back and clean up our backyards a little bit. But for the new black boys coming up, and I don't even like to say black boys, but that's the name of it because it sounds a little racist.
That's where it starts, because you got 35-year-old men that still haven't matured,
right?
Or had they bar mitzvah mentally.
But the boy thing, though, I mean, we boys before we come in. So
yes.
you just hear about.
You can't skip no stages.
But just think about it coming from a white man, out of a white man's mouth. That is racist. You little black boy. It sounds kind of racist. But look, we ain't gonna talk about that.
Because you then telling me that I'm small to you.
Right.
I'm not a man yet.
Right.
Yeah. You telling me you pushing your agenda continuously to me when you tell me, when you call me boy.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm
because
inferior.
you're a grown man and they still label you as a boy.
That's the word I was looking for. Inferior. You're trying to infuriate me
because they want to be superior.
Is that a word? Infuriate? Is that when you make somebody mad? Let me tell you something.
If it ain't one, goddamn, it's one now.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's one now.
So it's one now. But yeah, it is one though. Yeah, I like that. But yeah, that documentary, everyone should check it out, man. It doesn't even matter what race you are. It's just,
if you want to understand.
If you want to understand. That's all it is. A lot of people, they have their ears closed, man. They don't want to hear nothing. They're stuck in their ways, and it is what it is. But sometimes you gotta go and check out some things, man, and learn. It's always good to learn.
I enjoyed it. They had Carmelo was on there, talking about his experiences, because you talk to pretty much after you've reached stardom or any kind of success,
right?
And for me, I think it starts at $50,000 a year. You start kind of separating from where you came from, and trying to move up the ladder. And then that's what I call it, caught in the middle. Because you don't quite relate to this new group of people that you're around, these successful...
In a high tax bracket.
Yeah, these people. And it's just a starting point.
It is.
You talking to working class people when, a few years ago, you was only around poverty-stricken people.
Right.
And you go back to the hood after you... or not necessarily, it don't have to be the hood, just your old neighborhood.
Yeah.
And
hood is short for neighborhood, by the way.
True.
Don't think that, that you're not gonna do that to my black boys.
True.
You hear me?
True. But when you go back, it's like it's unease because now you're looked at differently.
Yeah.
You're looked at differently. Oh, he think he better than us. Some of them things that you'll hear. Right. And then when you're trying to climb up this ladder at work, you're trying to do your thing, provide for your family, get some of the things you need and want.
Right.
Have some more different experiences. And you don't quite gel with neither one of them no more.
Yeah, you're in your own lane.
Right. And that actually makes some people backslide.
It do.
You know what I mean? Because now you're not comfortable up here, and these the people you love. These your cousins. These your friends. This your family. These your uncles. And you want to still relate to them. Yeah. But truth is, you doing something different than them, so you can't really relate.
Yeah, right. So, that makes jokers want to go back to how they used to be. And
yeah, a lot of drop the ball on your stuff.
A lot of people fell victim to that, though.
Yeah.
A lot of people, man. And
you was working a nice job at the post office, and just because
you moved up, became supervisor.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And
so
now,
you went from 27,000 to the 50.
Right.
You know
right. Now, when you go back to the hood, it's like, oh, you can't get me no job and nothing like that.
Right.
Now it's like, okay, I want to be around this, my family.
Right.
So I'm just going to start playing it down.
Right. Go ahead. I'm listening. I'm here with you.
I'm going to start playing it down, and I'm not going to push myself. Kind of like when you see, like, you ever seen the movie I Am Sam?
No, I don't think I've
Well, what the point I'm trying to pull from that movie is a little girl, and her dad was a special needs guy.
Okay.
And she did bad in school because she knew how smart she was, but she knew her dad wasn't that smart.
I missed something. Black man? Is he black cast?
This is just a movie.
All right.
I don't even want to.
Okay.
It's a movie.
Okay.
So what happened was she was smart. She was super smart.
Okay.
But she was failing in school because she didn't want to be smarter than her father.
Oh, so she kind of cut herself short just so he can still have his. She don't want to.
So she didn't make him feel small.
Right.
So she didn't make him feel any kind of way about who he was with all the struggles he already had. And this is kind of what we're talking about when it comes as it pertains to us. When we start doing a little bit better, some of us are self-sabotage.
Right.
You get that, what they call a survivor's remorse.
Yeah.
And sometimes that affects you in a way that you don't want to just give them everything. You know what? Forget it. I'm just go back to being like them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, what about this? You get a business and you successful. You got the best chicken in the world, wing spot.
Yeah.
And you booming. But now your boys is coming in and the people from your neighborhood, because, you know, you booming, you in a higher tax bracket now. Mm-hmm. Now everybody's coming in from the neighborhood and they're like, man, come on, man, these prices is, they might not agree with the price. Price is good to everybody else, but being on that, they know you personally.
They want to hook up.
Right.
Yeah.
So now you like, you know what? They like, man, he changed, you going there, man, all his chicken is sky high and bop. So, you know what? You come in, I'm going to hook you up.
And that might.
And you start hooking up everybody. And next thing you know, your business, you can't even make the overhead and you can't generate no revenue because you're hooking everybody up. And now, boom, you right back to square one.
Yeah, you failing. Your business is failing now.
Right. Would that be kind of the similar thing as far as from a different perspective as somebody that went from $27,000 to $50,000 a year, but then they want to go back to the hood because, you know, they can't relate. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the people can bring you down.
It's different points of view on that. That's one of those topics that...
It's not the people bringing you down. You're allowing your people to bring you down. Mentally. You're allowing that. Right.
But, you know, do you really want to be separated from your tribe, though?
No.
You know, none of us actually want to. That's when you don't want to get the Uncle Tom or sellout tag.
You don't.
So you start trying to conform or you know what I mean, cater to those type of negative thoughts.
Yeah, I mean,
that's not. I don't even think they address that at all. I think it need to be part 1, part 2,
part 3. Yeah.
You need to keep something like that going, kind of like that hidden colors thing. They need to keep going with that.
Right, but it's hard though because when you do finally quote unquote make it, do you leave and not come back? Because of what's happening to a lot of successful people that do come back to the hood and try to give back, most people wind up basically dying where they from in their own hoods, in their neighborhoods.
You want to go back? Go back to what?
It's not that.
Go back to Section 8?
Where you from? Florida, right?
Yeah.
I'm from New Jersey.
Yeah.
We made Georgia our home. ATL, shorty, you know, let's get lit. You know what I mean? Yeah. They turn up 24/7, but you might not miss home per se, but you miss some of the people that's there.
Yes.
Right. And you got people that's not. You got people. Some of them that's not going to leave. So you have no other choice but to go back to visit them because you know they're not going to leave. They're not going to step out and visit you.
Yeah.
So are you wrong for that? And you go back to visit, Thanksgiving, let me go see grandma or aunt so-and-so or cousin so-and-so. And then next thing you know, it's like, G died in his hood. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you got to be mindful of the lessons that we learned, though. You got to be mindful of the Nipsey story.
Yeah.
Or old boy that was in New York riding through. Mm-hmm. And what it was, Max something?
Max B? You ain't talking about Max B.
Is that the one that was shot in New York while he was riding? Or is his,
no,
it
Max
was his
B locked
brother?
Up. Yeah, his brother. Right. The Pop Smokes and all that. You know what I mean? Yeah, but he didn't die in his hood. But I know you're talking about.
He died in the hood, though.
I know you're talking about. It's coming stack bundles and all them dudes. Yeah. But you don't want to.
Or Trey. You know, we got local people we can throw up their names.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that.
But you miss home, not home, but the people like me. I can't get no good food like I want. I can't get a good Spanish dish unless I went back home or somewhere up north because everything out here is Mexican, right? So it's like, okay, I'm going to go and visit. It's a funeral, so I'm going to go pay my respects to my family. But while I'm out here, let me go catch Tasty Sub. Shout out to them. They make the best sandwiches, mom and pop store out there.
Y'all love that snack food from up north.
There you go, the grease trucks, So you don't get that. So now you're like, I'm here for 3 days to send somebody away that I love, but while I'm here, let me go shoot over there to where they make the best sandwiches at and grab that in the hood.
But you don't go over there. This is another. I mean, you got to learn.
I ain't saying you out there hanging out, but nigga, you.
But you got to know how to move.
It's 2020.
You got to know how to move. Like I said, remembering the lessons that we learned from those fallen soldiers that we lost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to know.
So how would you do it?
I ain't going at 8 o'clock, 9, 10 o'clock at night. I ain't going to the hood spot at night. I'm going to go over there for lunch. And I'm going to grab my food.
But it's a whole different menu at lunchtime. 12 o'clock, they ain't got
I go at 3.
Plantains and plantains out there with the chicharron and shit.
It got to be, and I ain't saying you got to be scared. I'm saying you got to be smart.
How about send somebody over there? Yo, you shoot over there for me and grab this. I'll pay for you too.
No, you ain't got to go in there, get your food, get in the car.
Okay.
Get in the car. The hood ain't how they pay them.
To be.
You know what I mean? Because you can, if
they
you
go to the mailbox,
business,
you get shot, right? You know what I mean? Yeah.
I know if I go over here and I miss and bump somebody in the store, they probably gonna have a problem at the
right.
door. I know that. Okay, I want to go home.
Right.
So my bad, brother. And keep on walking. Ain't nothing to talk about. He
probably
gonna say something crazy to you when you getting in the car.
Yeah.
Like old punk ass, you getting in the car, you ain't gonna say nothing back. No, don't. No.
Gotta know when to hold and when to fold them.
Right.
Know when to hold.
Every man needs to know that.
Know when to fold them. Okay.
Who's song that? What up?
I don't even
Kenny
know
Rogers.
That's
the gambler.
That's that fool. That's him. That's him.
You gotta know when to hold them.
Yeah, you do.
Know when to fold.
So, with the black boys coming up now in this era, this generation, this day and age, what would you like to say to them that are brainwashed, thinking that they can't be nothing more than entertainers and what they see on TV, not trying to further their education? And we have to touch it too, because with music and that culture comes with fashion, and it comes with a lot of other things. It's like you open up this one door and there's 12 other doors that opens up as well once you get through that one door. So so what do you tell them that about themselves?
Feed them with facts. Knowing that, just like we were saying in the beginning, that, okay, yeah, you want to be a rapper, but the odds are slim to none that you actually make it.
Right.
And if you are going to go that route, you got to think about the business side of that.
Yeah.
You know, if you're not thinking about the business side of that, you can't transition from rapper to CEO.
Hold on.
You can't be Puffy.
But see, back then with hip hop, they didn't know the business either. It was they had to learn on the job. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm a good rapper.
Still young.
I'm a rapper. I know how to rap. This is what I want to do. I know how to write these bars. I know how to do the hooks. And I know how to go out there and perform.
Our favorite rappers are still rapping. That's how
they are. Yo.
That's how young hip-hop is. Hip-hop is young.
God. I was on YouTube.
Jay at 50 can still drop an album right
now. He can. I was on YouTube. They had Slick Rick, the Ruler, still dropping bars in 2020.
Ain't nobody over 55. Most of these guys are really young. You got your pioneers that were probably in their 30s when they started. They probably about 60, 65.
Right.
But hip-hop itself is still young.
It's young, but it's growing fast and it's changing. Hip-hop changed pretty fast, though. It changed so fast.
And they had different girlfriends, like that song, Common Drop. I used to love her. She's that girl everywhere.
Yeah.
She's everywhere. She gonna get around.
Right.
But and that's just on hip hop.
Right.
Now the stats is you can be this is what you gotta feed these kids. If you want to be a doctor,
what you have to do.
And it's a surefire way to be that. If you want to be that, you can be that. There's nothing stopping you. All you got to do is do 8 to 12 years of college.
You got to let them know ain't nothing easy.
Ain't nothing easy, but
you got to work.
You got a better chance of becoming a doctor than you do
a football player,
a rapper, or NBA.
Right.
You got a way better chance.
But you know what's crazy is that I think
we don't talk to each other like that.
We don't talk to each other, but too is what are they seeing? Right, because TV, right? That's gonna kill it. The music, but just say we got a black boy in the hood that sees a lot of negativity around him, killing, drug dealing, stealing, the drugs. We got all that, and now you have a doctor pull up to him in a 2020 S550 Benz, and he jump out and he has the casual wear and he talks like he has some sense. How many of those black boys are gonna sit there and be willing to listen to him when they say, "You don't dress like us, you don't talk like us, you probably living good"? They don't want to hear that.
But you got to think about the separation of it, because after they get this westernized mentality about life, after they get into college, westernized mentality, after they get that from college, after they get out there in the professional arena,
right,
and they see less of us, and most of them probably didn't even have to deal with the black neighborhoods, the black communities like that. I'm not saying all of them did, but a majority of them didn't have to endure that. So their idea of going back is going to the community center and high shows, country club. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where the kids are wearing polo sweaters, purple label wrapped around there. You know their
nice
whole
cardigan.
outfit.
And a nice cardigan. Throw the cardigan in there.
Yeah.
We done jacked
They
that.
already straight.
We done jacked that.
They already
style.
straight. So how many doctors did you see come back and talk to you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't. That's what we got to instill. When you make it, it's okay to get into these programs that allow you the avenue,
right,
to talk to kids that aren't like you, that don't believe they can be like you.
You gotta give them hope. You gotta give them.
That's what they need more than anything.
Man. You gotta give them some positive energy, and you gotta give them something to reach for, and let them know that. Show them that this is possible.
Yeah.
Without the basketball, without all, like you can make that type of money too. Yeah. It's all about investments, because you go to school, you be a doctor, and you're getting that.
Which is a lot easier than being a rapper.
Right.
I'll say it again.
It's a lot easier being a rapper. and you're in that high tax bracket now. You're opening up to different things, and now you can invest some of that money into something else that you want to do. And with these investments, good investments, you can make the same amount as your rapper.
You don't think it's strategic though? Because we can say all the ways that they could do it, but still the media and even the social media is turning into the social media platform, but they don't highlight that. They show us the drug dealers, and they show us what we actually see anyway. The drug dealers and the rappers. And the ball players.
It's a brainwash, though.
Those the guys that we see in our face 24/7. They don't show us the black dude clean cut with the white jacket on at the hospital working. We don't see that guy.
Taking somebody's temperature, or
saving
drawing
lives,
blood. You're right.
You know what I mean?
You don't see that.
And
you don't.
Outside of the negative descriptions of black males, then you have them ushering in the black police officers that aren't from your neighborhood, don't know you. They just as scared as you, so when they see you, they're defensive. They got their guards up.
Right.
It's hard for me to relate to you. They need to bring back in all them areas. You know, one thing that was good about that was the PAL program.
Okay.
When they actually had...
They had a lot of that in a lot of these inner cities and neighborhoods. Right.
If
they gave people opportunities.
Doing right.
Opportunities, too. Because they had the boxing thing with the PAL.
Yeah.
They had a lot. And the kids got to travel and all that. But
them guys got to be right, though.
They got to be right.
They got to be right. All that hollering at people, mama, sleeping with their sisters.
Yeah.
You want me to listen to you, and you just got my sister pregnant.
The nigga gonna come in a little bit.
Yeah, you got my sister pregnant, but now you ain't got nothing to do with it because you got an old lady at the house. You got a wife.
And now you my mentor.
Yeah. I'm supposed to, How I'm going to listen to you?
I'm going to listen to you, nigga.
Yeah.
My sister struggling over here.
You got to keep your nose clean. Yeah. If you're going to do some dirt, do it somewhere else, not where you trying to uplift and empower somebody.
Right.
Don't do it here.
But a lot of things, too, the visual, when people see it, right?
Mm-hmm.
That and you see it a lot. It's a brainwash. Just like if you hear something a lot, it grows on you. But the word of mouth is faster than the actual visual at times. Yeah. Because I can tell you, like, yo, I went to the movie and I seen such and such movie, blah, blah, blah. And it was, gotta go see it. Yo, it's action, it's that third. And you never seen a preview. But I'm telling you, and you like, oh, shit, I feel like I'm there right now. I'm going to see that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's the word of mouth. Because it travels fast.
Yeah.
Even with internet, you still got internet, you still got, YouTube, you got all the social media. But if somebody tell you, go check out something, you're going to go check it out. You're going to hear it first.
That's the main.
Because you stumble across it, you see it, catch your eye, you gonna tell somebody, and then they're gonna go check it out, and they're gonna tell somebody. The word of mouth, it's gonna travel.
Yeah.
So, even with this,
we gotta make sure
uplifting the black dudes, you gotta. It's good to give them visual.
And the thing about black boys, even though it's a resurgence of that quote by Malcolm X, that the most endangered species on Earth is the black woman, I beg to differ.
Ooh, talk to him.
I beg to differ that that's not true, because all the way back past Emmett Till, all the way back to the Mandingo gangs, all the way back to the slave ships, all of those depictions always show us black men mostly hanging in trees, mostly being hunted down, mostly being killed by cops, mostly outside of their households, mostly outside of their kids' lives, mostly outside of marriages, having kids out of wedlock.
Right.
We are the most focused when it comes to, but it makes sense. Cut off the head, you ain't got to worry about the tail.
Cut off the head, the body will fall.
Yeah. Like this book,
deep.
This book, if you guys like reading, it's called The Resolution for Men, where it tells you a story about a guy taking his family on a road trip. And, it's a long trip, and he starts to fall asleep, and he fell asleep.
Right.
His wife wakes up. She sees him sleeping. She sees the car running off the road. She grabs the wheel, starts screaming. The kids wake up. They start screaming. Everybody trying to, all of them are, trying to help get the car back on the road. The dad finally wakes up, oh, damn, I don't messed up. You know what I mean?
Right.
All the things a father would think about if he is in that situation. Okay. And what happens is he tries to grab the wheel. Because at this point, with the kids and the wife trying to steer the car back on the road, what they're really doing is driving the car into oncoming traffic.
Shit.
And the dad sees that, and he's trying to take the wheel and put him back on the right side of the road.
Right.
But the family doesn't trust him anymore.
Because he done messed up. He done fell asleep behind the wheel. But then too.
That's a lot of what we go through in the black community.
That's a lot. And then don't even think, this dude waking up out of his sleep, everybody crazy, how's he going to react? But he's still keeping cool. He's trying to get back on the right track.
Yeah.
Now y'all don't trust him.
No.
Now y'all don't trust him.
You see the fight right now? The fight right now is between the black man and the black woman. They and it had little to do with our I'm looking for a word. It wasn't our own doing.
Right.
With our demise as far as respect in the black community. It wasn't just us. It was designed for them not to respect us. Give them money, kick them out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Do all of this blah 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 to kick him out, to get rid of him out of the household. And what happened was we started accepting that.
Right.
We started accepting that our role is secondary now.
Now they got songs. Papa was a Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
I don't mean to laugh, but it's real shit. But Section 8. Let a woman be married with kids. Apply for Section 8. Got a man in the house.
Is she black?
She black. She ain't getting it.
No.
Because that man can't be there.
No.
That got to be that separation.
And we come by once a month randomly to inspect apartments.
Yeah, we want you to live there.
Yeah.
All that.
Yeah,
you don't wear a size 13.
Yeah.
Look at your feet. You're about a 6.
Mm-hmm.
With a nigga at, bring him out the closet.
I grew up with my mama's boyfriends and my stepdaddy clothes in my room. You know what I mean?
Like it was yours. Grown man shit. Here you as a kid.
Yeah.
You can't wear no goddamn 38 waist.
Nah, because
you only at 12 right now.
If the inspector came and seen his stuff in there, she kicking him out.
Kicking him out. Mom's got to go.
She kicking us out.
Yeah, moms, y'all got to go.
Y'all
got nowhere to live. Right.
And it's hard for a woman to say, hey, I trust this relationship. We're going to make it work, but they're taking care of me.
Right.
I know you love me and I love you. I want to make this work, but it's hard for me to let go of this.
Because I don't trust you.
I got to take care of my kids.
I don't trust you. We might go out there and leave the Section 8 alone and you start cheating and you don't come home and you're not bringing in that money, and now look at what I got to deal with.
I gave somebody a chance. They told me they love me too. Where they at?
But if I stayed on Section 8 without your ass here,
I'm good.
I'm good and my kids is good.
You think you good.
You think you good. Right. But it's a system and it's a brainwash.
Yeah.
Back to that. You know, we got to find a way to brainwash. It sounds crazy. Because you could say you could break down and rebuild or reprogram, but...
That's what we need to reprogram ourselves.
Yeah. But let's use the same format as the brainwash that was used on us. Let's reverse it and brainwash our black boys to doing the right things and thinking outside of the box.
Yeah, reprogram everybody.
Right.
Tell the woman that it's okay now. We got you.
We got you.
You got to go to a woman like that.
Men have to step up and be men. We can't run from, having a child. I mean, life is going to kick you in the ass. You already heard you got one strike against you because you're black, right?
Yep.
So we can't.
And two, when you get pulled over. And you gonna get pulled over.
You get pulled over, nigga. Hey, you got license, registration, insurance, everything. You driving with the seatbelt on, you doing the speed limit, your hands at 10 and 2. Nigga, you still get pulled over.
A non-convicted arrest record.
You get pulled over, man.
Will stop you from getting a job just like you got convicted.
Right.
Like you did time in prison.
True.
If you just got arrested for, even if you were innocent and it's explained on the report, they had the wrong guy or it was a misunderstanding, it wasn't right. No, you got to pay $2,000 to get that expunged.
Innocent to proven guilty
is America's way of dealing with Americans. They don't treat us like Americans. We guilty until proven
innocent. Right.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying.
As soon as I see you, I know you did something.
Nigga, you did it. I can tell by where you walk because your pants are sagging.
That's a lot. What did the
stereotype?
dude say?
Stereotype, man.
James Baldwin said for a black man in America to be enlightened, to be understanding,
right.
to know what's going on with himself and have knowledge of self.
Right.
Is to be constantly enraged. That was a loose quotation of him. That wasn't verbatim, but that's pretty much what he's saying. Paraphrasing that if you know what's going on, if you know a little bit about your history,
right,
and you know how black people have been treated in this country, it's hard to act like you don't know no more.
Yeah.
Once your eyes open,
right.
How am I going to pretend? How am I going to be like all lives matter?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yo, it's crazy. Remember when Barack Obama got...
Mine don't.
Huh?
That's what America's telling me every day. I'm sorry.
Yo.
Every day.
Go ahead, nigga. Let it out.
Mine don't matter.
It don't. I mean, I went through something, man. When Barack Obama got inaugurated, I was working at Napa GPC, head distributors in Napa. Like, we make the parts and we ship to Napa stores. You know, we got great salaries, benefits, 401k. You eat. You work there, you good. But I remember Barack Obama, he got inaugurated, man. Like, he made it. And I had to go to work the next day. And I'm talking about we dealing with white people, man. I'm talking about these jokers got money, you know. Select a few black people there. And we all cool. You know, we play cards and we do get up with the white boys, we go to lunch, we drink, whatever. And I had to come back. And when I clocked in and walked inside that warehouse, you could just feel it. Like, their faces was like, nigga, you better not be happy today. You better not crack a smile. So the worst feeling I had was I had to be happy humbly and not show it or express that shit because I would have got fired. That felt terrible, bro.
Yeah. You know how many dudes I know that have nice stuff, they got a nice car that they refuse to drive to their job because they don't want their supervisor or their co-workers to know about
Talk about it.
At all.
That's your, this is a rental, man. This ain't mine.
Yeah, this ain't mine.
You got to lie. You got to lie. It's like a chick that said the bus
stop. You got to tell them something crazy. Yeah, you know my wife Beyonce, right?
Yeah.
This her Bentley.
Yeah, this is her shit.
Yeah, this not mine.
You know, I see a chick at the bus stop. You know, they see me in the Tahoe with the rims and shit. They're like, "Oh, that's your car?" Nah, this is my man. Just let me borrow. I don't even got a car. He just let me borrow it to go to the store and come back. I got to lie, man. Why I got to do that?
No.
We gotta start. I advise everybody to go check out the documentary, Black Boys, man, 2020.
Yeah, and let us know what y'all think, man. Yeah. Follow us on social media and our YouTube channels, and And let us know what y'all think. Let's converse about this.
Because the cut different.
Yeah.
The cut different. We cut different. Everybody cut different, man. From a different cloth. You know what I mean? But it's similar.
That's what we gotta gear things towards, you know. Yeah, you gotta be unapologetically a man. You can't, you know, men, it's too many men taking their cues from women. Right. As far as what it is to be a man, what it means to be a head of your household.
But do you know why?
You gotta be the king of your castle.
Do you know why?
What's up?
I truly believe that men weren't playing their positions and they left the woman to have to play the man's role. So now she's here, man left her with a young black boy, and now she tries to instill into him how not to be like the one that left her. So he's taking his orders from a woman, and that's how he's being raised.
Yeah. Until he's 15.
Yeah.
And then now she pissed because she alienated every man that wanted to help guide him.
Right.
You know, look out for what she was saying. She needed to make sure he needed to be around.
Right.
It's every single woman that I've talked to with sons always telling me, hey, I need my son to be around some positive male role models. But while he's around these positive male role models, you standing over him saying, don't say that to him. Mm-hmm. Don't talk to him like that. Right. You want him to be...
And then she's going to tell you, too, and stop looking at my ass because I seen your eyes.
Oh, you crazy.
Nah,
you crazy. But, you know, on a serious note...
Stop looking at my ass like that. And don't say that to him. You know what I mean? But go ahead.
But, you know, they telling you... They trying to tell you how to train him up to be a man. Yeah. You know, iron sharpens iron. Mm-hmm. If you would, shut up.
It's almost like being in the gym.
If you plastic, shut up.
It's almost like being in the gym. Like my son is a boxer. I'm a level 1 coach, but I'm not level 2, level 3. So I drop him off at the gym. I'm going to let them coaches do their thing. I ain't going to stand all over them and, you know what I'm saying, yo, nah, teach him how to turn the jab over and sit down on the punch. I got to let him go. Drop him off and let him learn. I can't be there. But see, the women...
But that's different, though, because you're his father. But for these women that are asking for positive, and if it's any women listening to this, if you're going to let a man get involved in your son's life or your son's lives,
because they be having to,
let them be involved. Let them take let them be the flagship in this learning process. Right. Let them guide them.
Let them guide
That's what you asking them for.
Right.
Why are you talking while they talking? Why are you telling them something completely opposite because you don't like how it made your son feel? He can come home because he's used to your nurturing. Right. And he's saying he was too rough on me. Yeah. He yelled at me. He punched me in my chest. He checked me.
He made me do 10 extra push-ups. Yeah. Now he coming home wanting you to baby him. And let nature take its course.
Yeah.
Simple. Yeah. Let nature take
You
its
ain't
course.
in the lion's den, stay out.
Yeah.
Stay out. You gotta allow this process, and it ain't always gonna be the way that you like it. Because what happens is when they turn 15, 16, and you blocked all of that. Right. What happens is now you walking around, now you expect him to have something in him that you didn't allow him to have. Right. Now you talking to him, now he a grown man in your mind the way you treat him, but he ain't acting like one.
He not.
But you blocked that. You didn't allow the man to come in and check him.
You stopped the process.
Yeah.
You stopped the process. You know what I mean?
You gotta allow it. You gotta allow it.
And that's true.
If you don't, when he get masculine, he's a boy. He's a male.
Right.
Becoming a man. And now he got these feminine
ways,
traits.
Ways
but he's a man.
Yeah.
So when he gets upset and all emotional like women do,
he don't want to argue. He want to tell you off. It's a difference.
He want to tell you no. He want to fight.
Yeah, that too.
He want to fight. But hold on, he want to fight or shoot.
You ever catch the ones though that's not the violent ones? So they get mad instead of saying, arguing. They want to tell you off.
Yeah.
A woman tells someone off. A dude will argue with you, right?
But you know what that testosterone gonna tell him to do? Punch him in the face.
Yeah.
It's gonna tell him.
Yeah, it's gonna go violent. It's gonna go violent, man. But women, to be honest with you, and I don't mean to cut you off, y'all have to let men play their position. Okay?
I don't think they need to let. some advice for the guys.
Right.
Is
put God first.
Ain't nobody got to let you do nothing. If you are a man, be that.
Be that. Be that. Right. There you go. If you a man, be a man.
Yeah.
And to call yourself a man and have that title, you have to wear many hats. You have to wear many hats.
Well, it's all in Genesis.
You have to be a provider, a protector, a lover. You have to. It's many hats you have to wear. But the best advice I could give to any listeners out there: put God first. Let God be the pilot. You can be the co-pilot. Let God be the pilot, though.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to.
Yeah.
You got to. That's the first. One of the first things I believe, just to add to that, one of the first things I believe a man needs to do is own his emotions. If you don't own your emotions, and if you don't
talk to him,
if you're not connected to God,
right,
you heading down the road to nowhere.
You lost.
Going nowhere.
You lost, though. Like, you really don't know where you're going, but you don't realize the direction you go in this wrong direction. Because you have no sense of direction because you're lost.
Right.
Imagine trying to get from here to California with no map. I'm talking about
that's
no
easy.
GPS.
I can go left. I know if I go left and keep riding, I'm going to hit that thing.
Go ahead. Listen. Go ahead and go left. Come up out of here and hang a left. And just keep riding. Nigga, you're going to be in Miami. First, you're going to pass Rockmart. But yeah, man.
But that's, y'all make sure y'all check out Black Boys documentary. It's good. I know we had some fun talking about it. And we said some things and we left out some things.
Yeah, we did.
And feel free to comment. We'll come back and talk about it again.
We'll do a part 2.
And we just might do that anyway.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
It's some things that we need to directly address about that.
And we have to have these guys' names too, because they don't even. I forgot a couple of these guys' names.
I needed to shout out the person that even made the documentary.
Hey, man, we slacking.
Yeah.
With a fact set.
Yeah, we need to fact check. Y'all check us on that when we don't
out,
do
it. Man.
Anything else you want to discuss? What about voting? You gonna vote?
I'm gonna vote, man, and you got to be in it to win it. That's how I feel, right? Like, how is it gonna be? You want this Mega Million for $300 million, but nigga, you ain't spend $2.
Well, I don't vote.
Why?
My stance is that there's nothing that I applaud. I'm registered.
Okay.
Because it's my right to.
Right.
And it's my right to vote or not to vote.
Okay.
And that stuff that people be saying about
no vote, your vote's gonna go to the Republic Party and all that?
Not that.
Oh, okay.
My thing is, what I always hear is our ancestors died for our right to vote.
Okay. You don't want to enforce that though.
That's not I believe our ancestors died for our rights to be treated equally and have all the rights that they have, that our opposites have.
Right.
So,
but the way it is now, you might have to vote to get.
My point being that if you feel so strongly about that, then you need to be going to these restaurants and sitting at the counter ordering coffee and a sandwich. They died for that too. They died to run it. You need to be on public transportation sitting at the front. They died for that too. We died for whistling at white women. All of us need to go out tomorrow and meet downtown.
Just to whistle.
And whistle at white women.
White women.
That's it. If you feel so strongly about that, I feel like we all have the right to choose. We can't be bullied into doing something. And we can't feel like we can't be treated as if we don't have the rights to do something if we want to.
So basically what you got going on, and strong points.
I
respect that. So
you can't inflate a balloon from the inside.
Just because you have.
That's my stance on voting. You can't inflate a balloon from the inside.
Well, let me tell you from my point of view.
All right, let's hear it then.
I'm talking about.
Let's hear it then.
Piggybacking over what you said.
Let's hear it.
We're gonna piggyback on what you said. What I'm gonna say to that is, just because you have an opportunity or many opportunities, that don't mean you have to take one of them.
No, you take the opportunities that suit you.
Yeah.
If
none of them suit you, you don't have to take it. But you do have options out there.
Yeah. That's what we died for, options. We had none.
So give me some
As
credit.
black people,
I summed it up.
Yeah. As
In the
black
nutshell.
people, you hit it right on the head.
Give me some cheese, my nigga.
You hit it on the nutshell. We didn't have no options. We died for options.
Yeah. And we have options, and we don't have to use or take those options. Just knowing that we have them is good, though.
Yeah.
It feel good.
Take advantage of the ones that you want to.
Fuck you, nigga. I'm going to vote. Okay? Trump got to get the fuck up out of here. But whoa.
Yeah.
What's up with that stimulus, man?
I want me some, man.
You want some of that?
I'm thinking about them spinning rims I seen in South Carolina, man.
Man, listen, when you told me about the motherfucker, I said, yo, making a comeback. I might give me a set.
They ain't
I'm going to start off with 2, though. To see how it works. I'm going to just get 2. I'm going to get 2 in the front. I'm going to wait.
Well, you know, I heard a white man say that all black men have cars that aren't worth as much as their rims. I don't want to disappoint him.
You want to make him right. But
yes.
You know what I want to do? I want to make that nigga be true, too. As soon as I get me some money, I want to go get me a whip and a chain. Huh? Can I do that?
And shout out to my white friends.
Yeah, of course, man.
Appreciate it, man. We got some strong Caucasian brothers out there.
One step for man, a gigantic step for mankind. Yeah.
But you know, this is just life. That's about a wrap for us today, guys.
All right, man. Tune back in, man.
Remember, follow us on social media platforms.
Here we go. Facebook.
Look for the hashtag
Instagram.
cutdifferent. Look for the pages Cut Different.
Cut Different. Look for
Follow us and tag us. And ask questions. Leave comments if you got any suggestions for shows. If you want to be a guest, send us a message.
Send us a message. We get right
send
back
us
to
a
you.
DM.
And I appreciate working with my friend, my brother, my neighbor, my man G. You know what I'm saying?
All
I appreciate
good,
it, man. I definitely
appreciate you too, man. All
you
love.
already know it, man. And the Cut Different.
Episode 1. Down in the books.
And episode 2 coming.
Yes, sir.
Okay, y'all stay tuned.
Look for us, guys.
Good evening, good morning, good night.
All
we
right.
love y'all.
Be blessed.